Welcome to Strat Chat. My name's Martin and I'm a little bit dressed up because I've been to a concert because I am so cultured it pains me sometimes. Anyway, here I am and we are going to be trying to get our way all the way through this opportunity phase in the struggle. I think it's an opportunity phase. It is indeed. And we are going to be trying to soon, possibly not in this session, complete the struggle. I got some things I've got to be concentrating on doing, and I think the place to start is here. Okay, so we want to complete this with the Galician dominance. You look at Galician dominance, and there are all of these requirements for us to be able to complete it. Before we look at completing it, let's just think about what we need, what we're going to get from this. 10,000 renown. That's going to be a few perks for the old dynasty. I get the nickname the Conquistador, which is much better than the Sleeper, which is my current nickname. Although, to be fair, I'm not going to do this in Queen Duce's life. I'm sure it will be her heir or a subsequent heir. Unlocks the creation of the Empire of Hispania. So if we were to continue after this decision, we could become the Emperor of Spain or Hispania. Struggle Clash remains available, so that's really, really useful. Convert faith in county and promote culture councillor tasks to speed it up in the whole of the Iberian region by 50%, which means that, really we can do the Reconquista and turn Spain to a Catholic and Galician empire very quickly. And you get this interesting choice. We can select from faith hostility, cultural hostility, or domination hostility. And essentially, it's a way of getting people to like you more at the cost of other people liking you less. So, for example, faith hostility. Everybody with the same faith as you likes you plus 15. But everybody from a different faith, and there's going to be a lot of those in Spain, is minus 30. So you can choose from that, or you can have a very similar one with culture, or you can have the domination hostility, where people from different cultures and faiths absolutely hate you, but you get a faith hostility advantage in battle plus 5, and an advantage of plus 5 in provinces that have the same cultural heritage as yours. So there's an interesting range of kind of like benefits to this, but this is the one that we're hoping to achieve shortly. So the first thing is that we have to get into a hostility phase, and we'll talk about that a little bit more detail later on, but essentially we need to be doing all of these things, catalysts towards the hostility phase, and avoiding the ones that take us towards a conciliation phase. We need to be involved, which of course we are. We need independent, which of course we are. We need to hold 2 de jure kingdoms. We have 3. So we're doing well there. We have to have every county of Galicia, the Kingdom of Galicia, must be Galician and Catholic. At the moment, that's 9. We're working on that. I already possess all of those counties. It's not going to be difficult within the time that this opportunity phase takes to go ahead. That's going to be absolutely fine. And then we got this one at the bottom. I'm going to miss this one out for a minute. Complete control of Tulia Tula. Now Tulia Tula is a duchy here, and I already control an element of it. So there's going to be some wars. The good thing is that now that we're in the opportunity phase, we can declare a war for all 3 of them, or we can go for them all at once, whereas up until now we've been trying to take them one by one when we were in the kind of compromise phase. But the last phase, we could only attack one per turn. We had to 20 years sometimes to wait before we could attack again. Was it 20? Maybe it wasn't 20, but it was a long, much more than the normal 5. But this is interesting. No other independent involved ruler controls more than 20% of Iberia. Now we'll have to do some maths here, but it means, if we just go to the realms one, that Alsace and Andalusia both have more than the required 20%. So I'm going to take a few away from Andalusia because I'll be taking 3 or 4 here. I'm not sure if that's enough, but I'm also going to have to take 1 or 2 off Alsace. So there's a bit of warring to do, to be clear. The good thing is once I've got the ones I want, I can always declare a war for somebody for somebody's claim, even if they become independent from me. It doesn't really matter because I don't need it. I just need Andalusia not to be above a certain number of counties. To be clear, 20% of Hispania, there's the capital, Hispania is 64 counties. So 6.4, well, so it's basically 13 counties, isn't it? So I need to make sure that everybody has less than 13 counties. And as I say, my current understanding that it's Andalusia's got loads more and Alasquara has got perhaps an extra one or two. At the moment, Navarra hasn't, but I've got to keep an eye on them because they could easily grow into it. Okay, so let's have a look then at the things that we want to be doing. We need to break truces. Okay, these are the catalysts towards a hostility. We need to break truces. It doesn't matter what my level of fame is, because that's nothing to do with this decision. So I think it'll cost you one level of fame. I think when you go for it, get 25, break as many truces as I can. Become a rival or nemesis with another involved ruler. We can look to do that. I don't think that's something that you can make happen. I think that's something that you got to hope for some random events that you can make the right decision. Usurp new titles. Well, as we take over places, if we have the opportunity to usurp titles, we'll do it. Use a hook on an involved ruler. So again, let's send out the spy master, get them doing some hooks, killing involved rulers. So here's a thought, right? You go to war, you capture a ruler, an involved ruler. Instead of releasing them, kill them, execute them in your prisons. There's a really good reason for that, because actually it's lots of points towards the conciliation phase for releasing prisoners, so when they're rulers. So killing involved rulers, like I say, we'll have a few schemes to try and do that. Convert a ruler or county. I've got quite a few counties that I've got to convert. So yeah, I can be cracking on with those. Now, I'm not sure if that's religion or culture, or probably both, either. Win a war against another involved ruler. We're planning a few of those. Acquire a claim on a title under the de jure Hispania. So it might be that once all of the Galician kingdom is Catholic, maybe I'll get my archbishop onto getting claims. Okay, constructing a building in a castle holding. So we can do that, and one per turn. And we look into conciliation and release a ruler from prison without any request. Okay, so you can if you hang on to them and wait for them to request it. Okay. Grant one of your counties to a local noble. Okay, so let's not be granting many counties. Become best friends or soulmates. So these are all things I've got to avoid. Convert to the locals. I'm not planning to convert my faith or my culture. Grant independence. Not planning to do that. Grant better contract or title to a vassal from a different faith or culture. No intention of doing that. Invite an involved ruler of a different faith or culture to a feast. Easy to avoid. Ransom an involved leader. Okay, so I don't want to be ransoming them. If they're leaders, I'm going to be murdering them for 10 towards the hostility phase. Become friends or lovers with an involved ruler. Easy to avoid. Send a gift. Sign a truce outside of a war. No plans to do that. Form an alliance with an involved ruler of a different faith. No plans to do that. Okay, so I've got an idea of what things I need to be avoiding and what things I need to be trying to do. Right, so to get some gold from the old Pope. Very difficult to think why I wouldn't do this. I am temperate, deceitful, so I don't think there's any problems there. Might as well. Okay, so that's excellent because that has moved us closer to a hostility phase. So we'll do the same for this guy. Oh, this is a ransom. No, we don't want to be ransoming him. Excellent. Okay, so that's 10 towards the hostility phase already. The thing is, I want to declare war against this guy because I get to break a treaty. I think I need to damage the alliances. I mean, let's just go back a second. There are a number of marriages that are making this work. Okay, I've got a good spy master. Let's send her here. Get a couple of secrets. And then we'll see what we can do. Oh, hang on. Right. This is what we should be doing. Here's a ruler that we can murder. So let's murder him. And he's allied with Malik as well. And he's not insubstantial. So she's still looking for spies over here so we can murder him later. Oh, right, I'm wrong. Right, it's when you construct a building in a city holding, it takes you towards conciliation. Hostility is when you build in a castle holding. So we definitely want to be building in castle. Right, I don't need to use a hook, but if I do use a hook, do I get the boost to the hostility thing anyway? Yes, excellent. Okay, so I've got to start using hooks, but I think it only works when it's on rulers, so it's good news getting that one. Right, that's also helping. Good, good. Hostility seems to be doing well. Do it. Okay. So I killed an involved ruler. That's given us 5 towards a hostility phase. Okay. And we've got away with it completely. So that's great news. Now that should break this chap's alliance. No, he's still allied. This is the chap I want to murder. Let's look at your courtiers. Yeah, I don't really have any sway there. Oh, I've got this lady. That's my daughter. And I've got this courtier. So I've got 2 hooks. Right. Let's start the murder scheme. Okay, so we're already on 80%. Only got 1 person invited. The fewer people, the better is my opinion. I've got a hook, but it's not enough. But I could bribe him and use the hook. He'd add 22 to get us to 90%. Okay. Alright. Another person about to get murdered with a little bit of luck. Right, let's just spend a little bit of money on our holdings. We've got quite a few we can build there, which is nice. If we run out of castles to improve, we'll improve the castles of our liege, just of our vassals, just so we can continue to get score towards the hostility phase. Okay, so I've got another secret on the same guy, Sheikh Faisal. He's a lad, isn't he? Sheikh Faisal, murder, affairs. Right, let's see if we get another 5 points. Okay, so he's dead. Okay, so we got another 5 points, and we are ahead, but not storming ahead with the hostility phase. Now, how's that affected the alliances? If I declare war now, he's even more powerful than he was. He's only got 1 ally, but it's this chap here. Okay, 5% doesn't sound great, but let's just see if I've got any hooks on his courtiers. Right, we'll try and murder him. We'll also build up a vast amount of money. We can just mercenary our way through this. Well, look, we couldn't get worse, so let's see what happens. It's extra vigilant. Okay, I think this isn't going to work, is it? Okay, we finished grand promote culture task. Excellent news. Okay, so where is left? Promote culture. I think it's only there. In 7 years, that'll be done. And as for religion, not that far behind. 13 months and there'll be just 1 left. Okay, so we got some progress into the hostility department. Let's do some more building. We've got loads of building we can do. Okay, that's great news. That should just move us along a little bit as well. Excellent, excellent. So exposing that secret is another 5 points, which is almost as good as murdering someone. Hang on, let's just have a look. Okay, mercenaries. The most expensive mercenaries are 700. So if I get 1, 2, 3 or 4,000, I can just get all of these. I've got another 5,000 there, but he'll have them as well. Okay, get up to a large amount of money. I mean, 40% isn't a terrible chance of success. Okay, what's finished here? Archbishop. Right, okay, Archbishop. That's it. When you've done that, and you've done that, both of you are going to take you 6 years, but when you've both finished, that will be another of the tasks kind of like ticked off. Now, I could build more stuff, but I've got to start doing some of these wars. Yeah, Al-Sark has really grown. My Holy Order has expanded. That's good news. My Knights Hospitaller. 5,200, and it's 3 regiments of these dudes. All sorts going on there. Of course, I can always buy this one instead. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. They're better than those. Slightly. Right, okay. Okay, let's get rid of these. Now, this is really good news. All of these will be hostility. Yep. But I'm not building any more because at the moment I'm trying to save up money so that I can attack Andalusia with a lot of sort of security and certainty. Excellent. Converted a ruler, albeit one of my own vassals. That was 5 points as well. So, we need that one. Malagon. That one. And that one. I think that's all we need. Okay, so what's the war plan? I think we'll go for this one. We'll take that. And then we'll work our way down through all these 4, because these are in sequence, adjacent to our land where we can go to kind of like resupply. All right, so we're going to raise, our rally point is going to obviously be a castle over here. That's a castle. We are going to raise all here. Ugh, always press the wrong button. It's the control button, not the shift button. Okay, okay, we're going to live with that. Okay, so this is the castle we want to take. Well, I was not expecting to die just as the war began. Holy Order patronage lost. You have got to be joking. We can't hire them. So this is disastrous. Our income has gone down a lot. We should have been able to afford this, but our income has gone down a lot for a whole series of reasons. I mean, we're in real trouble, I think. All right. There's no time to worry about all this stuff. Okay, we need to win this war. What a terrible time. Right, so Tula is now under siege, but they have got a huge army there. Right, so let's put this army together. Leave besiegers and go to here. Now, what we're going to do here, this is the sneaky thing. Mercenaries, whatever is the most expensive, hire. 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 Okay. Right, let's see what happens. Okay, they're avoiding us. Don't blame them for that. Right, do I go for the rear? Let's go for that. Okay, we're going to have a nice battle here. They're coming back in. We're fools. Oh. Okay, I've made a mistake there. Currently, they've got 16,000 soldiers. Okay, we're about to win this battle and lose that battle. This feels very sort of careless. Okay, so we're winning. Okay, that was a shameful defeat. But that's a really good victory. Okay, so luckily the onagers are intact. So all we got to do is send most of the force over there to resupply. Keep that very, very slowly going besieging. And just make sure we don't get caught out like that again. Right, these enemy allies are joining this war, which is problematic. Okay, how many did we kill? 3,000. Nearly 10 times as many as we lost. That's good. This battle, of course, we've lost. Absolutely massacred there. Okay, another battle here. Onagers are rebuilding at home. They're coming in. We're just going to win battle after battle. Another big victory. Another victory coming up. And here finally come my allies. There's just too many people joining this war. Right, we finally captured a castle. It's done us no good. Actually captured 2 castles. Right, let's go and win a battle over there. Right, what's the size of their army? 4,000. Right, we should now be able to do what we want. Their army is essentially defeated. Right, we need this to fall. We're going to get this battle. This is an important battle. It's on our own territory as well, just as this castle falls. Hopefully. Right, okay, so that's fallen. Right, that has put us into 63. Okay. Nice. Little battle here. Should win this. Okay, these guys, we want to go and take a castle. So they're going there. They're going there. Right, okay, so we've got our army is now restocking with supply. Are we still heading towards a hostility phase? Yes, quite convincingly. So let's get back up to reasonable supply levels. Okay, right, we've got these guys together. Let's hire some mercenaries. Right, we've got these. That's excellent. Okay, right, I feel a little bit more confident now. Okay, right, down here, I think just go for expensive 749 hire. Okay, we've got a massive army now. Right, we need to get in and absolutely slaughter these guys and go and take another castle. Okay, so we will take this castle in 5 months. Got an army here and an army there. I say we wait and we find out which way they go. But we're just hoping to catch them in odd little battles. We mustn't lose these guys. I'm tempted to move them to this castle. They can start besieging it. So his army appears to be leaving the field at the moment, but they might well be sneaking. Ah, right, here we go. Danger is we've got another 8,000 coming in, but hopefully we'll win. Oh, this is a worry. This is a worry. Are there any raiders? No, we're okay. Hopefully we're okay. Okay, right, now we're on 73. Right, now we're starting to win this. Okay, let's get all my guys into the next castle. Just check. All Catholic. Galicia is all the Kingdom of Galicia and all Galician. So if I now look at this, we are now ticking every de jure card. Yeah, all of them. Okay, so the only things we are now missing are 20% and Tulia Tula. Well, we're kind of working on Tulia Tula. See, if we go there, these will come down. Okay, I think we have to stay where we are. I think it's even worth splitting, seeing if that improves the situation in terms of supply. I don't think it'll make much difference. All right, okay. Right, it's about to fall. That won't fall because they're running away. Right, we're on 93. This is now winnable. Okay, yeah, we're going to win this war now. Okay, nice battle there. This castle, but I think it'll fall through ticking time score before that. Another Holy Order has just joined against us. But I think essentially whatever they do now won't be enough. Right, excellent. Right. Okay, let's have a little look and see how we have done. So let's look at the Duchy of Tula or Toledo. It's all mine. Okay, so that gives us another tick. There's only 2 more challenges. We need to take more terrain or counties away from independent rulers. And we really need to head into a hostility phase. We're winning, but we can perhaps accelerate that. Also, now, the sort of thing I might be able to do, I mean, obviously I'm going to ask for the Pope for some money, but I could still declare war, go for struggle clash, and just take like 3 things off him. And the thing is, it probably makes sense doing it. It certainly makes sense doing it because I've still got all of those extra troops. He's still weak. Okay. Obviously, I need to give away some counties. I need to do some reorganising. And then pretty much straight off, I'm going to go straight into another war against Andalusia.